sin and chains. By show of hands, who else is sick and tired of the same? 1% trying to keep us small, trying to keep us from getting out. Minimizing the struggles they've caused, saying we're not working hard enough.
We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome everybody to Suck It. I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome. Derek, how is everybody tonight on this Monday, October 2nd of the horrible year that has been 2020? Before I go into everything for the night, I do want to say this. Tonight is a very special day. Tonight is my wife's birthday. She is 36 years old today. So I do want to go ahead and give her a shout out to my lovely wife, Christina, for consistently backing my idiocies and my craziness and my hopes and dreams and everything else in between. Without her, the show would not exist. Without her, I would not be here. So I just want to say happy birthday, honey. I love you. And I hope your next year is even better. And I'm going to try my hardest to make sure that happens. So enough ushy gushy, man, lovey dovey bullshit. Welcome to the show, everybody. We are 24 hours away from potential oblivion. It is what it is. But you know what? I'm not going to talk much about it. That's why tomorrow night I'm doing a recorded episode that I recorded today. Just because I know that I'm going to get sidetracked and I'm going to lose my shit if I do a live episode. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is and just sleep the night away and then wake up Wednesday morning. And yeah, but either way, thank you very much for 967,000 downloads last month. In the month of September. And right now we're at 785 for October. So thank you very, very, very much. Almost broke 1 million for September. Still could possibly, but thank you very much for the 967. I really, truly appreciate it. Yeah. So tonight's going to be a special, different type of episode. An episode I do every once in a while because you know what? Talking to musicians and bands and actors and actresses and directors and stuff like that is all fun. And I enjoy that. And I enjoy, spotlighting the entertainment business. You know what? There's a lot of other people doing good stuff out in the world. There's a lot of people that are, need to be, brought to light as well. So tonight I'm doing an entrepreneur spotlight, like I have done in the past. I'm pretty selective about these because you know what? I want to make sure that the products that I promote on the show, whether it be, Manscaped or BetterHelp or, which are my sponsors, or, the, Seraph clothing line, which donates, 25% of all of its profits to charity, or, the Soho Johnny Foundation, yada, yada, yada. I make sure that the people and the companies I bring on the show are for a worthwhile cause and actually doing something that matters. So tonight I have one as well. And I'm not going to tell you what it's about. It's just an interesting product, that has a pretty cool story behind it, and the reasoning behind it is pretty awesome. But I'm going to let him tell you the story because I'm a storyteller. But you know what? It's his product, it's his brand, so I'm going to let him do that, and that's what we're here for. So, without any further ado, please welcome to the show the inventor of the product InstaSteam, Mr. Ari Hirsch. Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Derek?
Doing very well. Very, very, very well. So how's life treating you?
It's going well,
As best as we can, right?
Yeah, same as everyone else, just making it through.
Exactly. All we can do is hope for the best, regardless, So, tell everybody who you are, what your product is, and go from there.
All right, cool. So I'm Ari Hirsch, as Derek told you guys. I created a product called InstaSteam. InstaSteam is an electricity-free and hands-free clothing steamer. We also created it to be eco-friendly. And basically, I came up with it, after I graduated high school and was traveling a lot, studying abroad. And I realized there weren't any really good options to getting the wrinkles out of your clothing. That weren't. It was either expensive or just, I didn't have that option with me. I didn't have a travel steamer with me. Irons are horrible. Showers don't work. So I realized after traveling a lot with the garment bag, that would be cool if I can unpack my garment bag, have my clothes steamed inside the garment bag, and I could take it out and put it on, and I'm ready to go within minutes. And so after I came back from studying abroad a little bit for that year, and started college in LA, I started working on InstaSteam and wanted to make it come to life. I just wanted to be able to create an option for people that didn't necessarily want to pay for the expensive dry cleaning in the hotels or wherever they were, or didn't have the option to have the travel steamers with them. I wanted to create a really easy and convenient solution for people. So when I got back, I did a lot of testing. Tried to make this idea come to life because it was a crazy concept when I came out with it. How do you create steam inside a garment bag that releases all the wrinkles without electricity? So when I got back, I started working with it. I was buying, working with chemicals, different materials. Most of my tests, I was actually going to the market, buying bags of shredded cheese, emptying the cheese and using those plastic bags and cutting them to the right size to test with them to, figure out what types of plastic I needed. So I was doing everything I can to make this come to life. And, eventually at the end of 2017, beginning of 2018 is when I actually made my first working samples and was able to start bringing it to investors and showing it to people. And that's pretty much the story behind it.
Now, you said it's eco-friendly, which is kind of a big deal for me. Because if you're going to, make something that is, meant to make life easier, and it's not going to be, it's going to be full of chemicals and it's going to be harmful to the environment, what's the point? There's a company, a major company that did a spray bottle, release, but it was full of chemicals, not good for the environment at all. I'm not going to, name that brand. Everyone knows about it because it was one of those big things for a while, but it was a spray that eventually, went into the washer, which got into the, it wasn't a good chemical process. It's still available today, but it doesn't even work that well. It kind of stains your clothes on top of that. But at the same time, again, it's not good for the environment. So what are you using? You don't have to give away any trade secrets or anything. Yeah. What are you using to get the process, the chemical process, the chemical reaction to happen and make it to where it is safe for the environment?
Definitely. So, the first step was just getting rid of all that electricity and all those materials and stuff that all the other natural irons and hand steamers use. A lot of those are not eco-friendly, using the electricity and all the different components they have. But within our product, all the chemical reaction it's all natural minerals. There's no harmful chemicals in there. It's all made up of natural minerals. So by the time you're done steaming your clothing and you're throwing that pot away, you're throwing away natural minerals that aren't any different than sand or salt, and that's all you're throwing into the garbage can. So you're not harming the environment by putting that out. And the plastic that the pods are made out of can be recycled. So it's out of all the other solutions out there, it's definitely the most eco-friendly solution for people. And also we purposely didn't want to have any harmful chemicals in there because this is something that is going onto your clothing and people are going to be breathing in while the steam is coming out. So we have to make sure that it was not only healthy, but eco-friendly for people.
So the whole idea came from you traveling abroad. And that sounds all great and dandy. Don't get me wrong. That's a great story, but there had to have been more to it.
Yeah.
So what else was there?
So in college, I was wearing a lot of button-down shirts and a lot of clothing that got wrinkled really easily, especially when I did laundry. My first time in my dorm room, I used the iron. I burned my clothing. The real reason I came up with this product was because I had a problem. I wasn't able to get the wrinkles out of my clothing easily for the dry cleaners on my college budget. So I had to think of a way to solve this problem. And that's when because I was traveling with that garment bag all the time, the idea popped into my head to come up with a solution to steam clothing easier and cheaper.
So when did you decide that you had a viable product? I know you said it was around 2017, 2018 that you had your first, samples ready to go for investors. But
Yeah.
when did you decide that you had a viable product that you could actually bring to the market?
I think probably the summer of 2018 is when, once I landed my first investor, I was able to create like my first good-looking samples to kind of use to give to customers as a test market. That was like our first summer of 2018 was like our first opportunity to really get customers to be able to use the product. We didn't launch it yet because we were still doing testing. We didn't officially manufacture the product in bulk yet. I made all the samples on my own in my bedroom, and so that 2018 was when we really had the first working samples. And I think probably the end of 2018, beginning of 2019 is when we started manufacturing the actual product, and getting ready to launch it in 2019.
So when you did launch this, how old were you?
So I started this when I was 19 years old. I just turned 19 years old. And then, yeah, I mean, when I officially launched the product, I was only 20, only a year later. And yeah, I mean, I was going into meetings with big investors and companies and stuff like that. And at 19 years old, people didn't believe me. I had a little bit of a bigger beard, trying to make me get some age. But so people were really surprised when I was sitting in the rooms with them, meeting with them at that age.
So, what did you convey, or what was your background in order to get these people to trust you? I mean, even now, you're still, a younger guy. And I believe in the product. I did a lot of research on it when I got the email and stuff like that. But at the same time, there's some people out there and go, why should I trust this 22-year-old kid, with a product that, why should I give him my money? Why should I not give it to Downy Wrinkle Releaser? Or why should I not give it to Dryel or, something else along those lines? Why is your product superior to those brands? And what makes you credible in that space?
So yeah, being young, it is really hard to get that credibility and to get investors and companies to believe in you when you're that young. Because what experience do you really have? But I think a lot of it is, first of all, presentation. Just presenting myself and nicely, dressing nicely, knowing my information, coming in confident is a big thing. And the biggest part is coming in with an actual product that works. I wouldn't come into meetings just telling them I have a product. I brought in the product and actually showed them a demonstration in those meetings to show them that the product actually works. So I did everything I could to make it, to show them that I knew all information I needed to know, to show them that I can make this company successful, and to show them that the product actually works. It's really easy to go to an investor, go to a company and say, I have this idea, I have this product, and then, then it's hard for them to believe you because, can't believe it until you see it.
Correct.
So I think that's a big reason that I was able to get it. It was hard. I didn't land every single investor. I didn't land every single deal, but you start slowly, you get those first couple, and that helps you build credibility also, seeing the other people back you. And so I think that's really how I got started.
So what is your, you had to have some type of chemistry or, understanding of that realm in order to be able to do this. So what, where did you even come up with the idea to go approach it this way?
So I was going to start college and go into engineering. Cause I love being creative. I love building things, love designing things. I took 2 years of engineering in high school. So I knew how to use like AutoCAD and different programs and to design things and build things. I always used to have fun and, design and build things on my own. I don't have that much of a chemical background aside from high school, like everyone else does. Most of it came from just, doing a lot of research, asking questions, talking to people that I knew the information. Google's an amazing thing that we have now. You can look up almost anything. YouTube, you can look up videos of how to do anything. So a lot of it was self-taught. You know, I had my parents there to help me also, who are both my mom and dad are big entrepreneurs also, you know, always ran multiple companies and kind of followed in their footsteps. So I had them to help me. And then as I was getting investors and as I'd meet more people and I would network, I would be able to talk to people and ask questions and, you know, figure out things that I didn't know. But as far as an education, I didn't have that much of an education to really, you know, create this on my own, aside from, you know, until I did all that research and taught myself.
So now, it's been officially launched for what, 2 years now?
Well, officially, our big launch was in 2019, so it's been a real year. But
year?
you know, a year and a half since we actually started giving it to customers. Yeah, year and a half.
So in that year, you know, I asked this question. You don't have to answer it. I like to dig. I'm the digger. But you know, your story is inspirational, and I want to kind of give, you know, people a realistic view of entrepreneurship, because it's not easy and it can be difficult.
Definitely.
What were your sales in the last year?
So it is a difficult question because we launched in 2019. We had from the summer till the end, we had sales then, and then going into, you know, 2020, we had like a month or two where we were able to grow the company still until we hit coronavirus, and that's when everything really just took a big hit because most of our business was in the travel industry. And we were also concentrating more on the B2B side rather than direct to consumers. So when we launched, we were on Home Shopping Network, Touch of Modern, on the Grommet. We launched on a lot of different online platforms, and we were on track to doing really well. I was already talking to a couple of cruise lines, and talking to we were working on a couple deals with hotels already. So we were on track to close multi-million-dollar deals, you know, within our first year. And we got approved for a couple of them right before coronavirus. But as soon as, you know, end of January, February hit, when things started slowing down and business and travel started taking a hit, a lot of our deals went on pause. So we still have all those connections there. We're still like, we're picking everything back up again. But, you know, for that big period of time from coronavirus till now, you know, it's kind of like a blink in our sales, you know, because it wasn't consistent and we lost a lot of business. So that's kind of where we're at right now. But as soon as we can pick everything back up again, you know, this business could be, you know, making hundreds of millions. You know, it could be $1 billion company one day, once we can get all our deals back up and running again.
Okay. That is a very politically correct answer. So I'll give you credit on that.
Thank you.
You'll definitely be a good politician one day.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to get into that.
No, you know, I do, because I think it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Just because I'm a shit talker and I think it'd be hilarious. But anyway, no, I'm just kidding. So that's, you know, that's all fine and dandy. You know, that's really, really cool. Everything you've said to me up to this point is pretty cool. Yeah. And I give you a lot of credit, and it's because it's what you've done. Doesn't matter if you've had $50,000 in sales or $10 in sales. What you've done is pretty remarkable, and you're continuing to build it, and that's cool. However, aside from all of that, one of the biggest things that I know from personal experience is the actual management side of it all. I've run, you know, $100,000 stores, you know, before I got in, well, I've always been in entertainment. Before I started doing this full time, I left my career. I was, you know, a district manager for retail. I was a store manager for retail, and I was in retail for 22 years. And running a $150,000 Walmart, you know, is not easy. Hell, running a $50,000 grocery store, you know, is not a cakewalk either. You know, that much money in a week is just, you know, or a day is ridiculous. You know, to know that my store as a Walmart, a Walmart manager was bringing in $150,000, $200,000 a day, and then I had to manage that. It's just ridiculous. $130 million a year. That's a lot of management. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of financials. That's a lot of stuff like that. How are you managing that piece of it right now?
So when I started off, obviously as a small company, I was able to start off on my own. Once we really launched and started getting hundreds of sales a day, that's when I started hiring a team. I brought on a marketing person, an office manager. I had warehouse employees helping me fulfill the orders. So that way, it took a lot off my plate. There's a lot of busy work in a company, and when being the CEO and running a company, I have to concentrate on growing the company and making sure it's successful. I don't have time to, fulfill orders and package products the entire day. Also, I'm not going to be able to focus on what's important and making sure the company is successful. So, that's when I hired people to do, the stuff that I couldn't do in order to grow the company. I really handled a lot of the, deals that we were doing. I did a lot of the corporate stuff. I was doing the accounting. And I didn't really have that much help with that. Once we started growing a little bit, I got some help with the accounting and the payroll and stuff like that, because that is difficult. But yeah, managing a company it's definitely not easy, and at times it was very stressful. Trying to manage everything manage everything by myself, and having everything on my plate. It's hard when you're growing a company. Also, it's hard to be able to hire an entire team to help you with everything, because you don't necessarily have all that money to just throw into building an entire team that you might need. So you have to be kind of smart and pick and choose what type of people you can hire to help you, and what you have to do on your own in order to make sure that budget is good. And budgeting is another whole game in a company. It's really hard to budget out and manage all your money, because money, if you're not careful with it, it goes in a second. I've seen it go in a second. So that's kind of what I did. And then obviously, once COVID hit it, I had to, we cut back on employees a little bit, because sales cut down. So we had to pivot the whole company basically. I had to change deals, change the way we operated. So yeah, as a company, you're always changing. You're always trying to figure out how to run the company in the most efficient way. So sometimes you can do it in a way where you could have tons of help and have people in different departments helping you, and sometimes you have to kind of just take it all into your plate, because you don't have the resources or money to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what is your plan for the next 12 months?
So now that we see things starting to get a little bit better, we still have spikes happening here and there. But as a lot of the companies that I was working with are recovering as well, and travel starts to open up again, our plan is to really get back into the hotels. With hotels, we were replacing all the irons in the hotel rooms. It's a way for people it's a cheaper option for people in hotels, and an easier way for people to get the wrinkles out of their clothing and look fresh right away. No need to send their clothes out to the dry cleaners and wait for it, if they have a meeting that they have to go to. Start working with the cruise lines again once they open up. And also in the airports, because InstaSteam is actually one of the first clothing steamers and products that are actually allowed aboard airplanes and cruise ships due to being electricity free and non-flammable. So a big deal for us is working with the cruise lines and in the travel industry. So that really is my main focus, especially as things start to open up again. I'm going to put most of my effort into the travel industry, and obviously continue working and be putting into retail stores like Walmart and Target, and stuff like that is important as well. So yeah, the goal is to really get the company back up to where it was before, and continue to grow it again.
That's awesome. Are you going to be branching out with any other products? Or is this going to be your one and only, we might as well just put all of our money into one basket and just push this out because this is what's good? I
have a whole notebook that, at night, after I come up with I have ideas popping into my head every second, and I'm writing them down. So I definitely have more products that I'm going to come out with. Within the InstaSteam line, I definitely have different versions of InstaSteam I want to come out with. Once we grow a little bit more, make different types of kits, because right now we're focused really on the getting wrinkles out of clothing, but I want to make a whole dry cleaning kit, a portable dry cleaning kit where people can get the stains out of their clothes, get the wrinkles out, put some scents in it. I want it to be a whole package for people. And as we grow, I can always add more products onto the line, start other companies as well for different products. But I'm definitely not stopping here. This is in my blood, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So.
That's awesome, man. That really truly is. Again, your stories, like a lot of people, coming up with a spur of the moment thing to solve a problem that you have, and then saying, you know what, I think I can do something, mega with this. And especially at the age that you came up with it, it just shows you, the intuition and the drive that you have as a human, as you being a human being is. And I think that is remarkable, bro.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. And it really shows that, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what position you're in. Everyone has the opportunity, to be successful and opportunity to do what they love. I started this company with $700 before I was able to bring on investors and stuff like that. I was doing everything on my own. I built the website on my own. I was doing everything on my own before we had any money in the company. So I think with hard work, and if you believe in what you do, anything is possible. So
absolutely, man. So where can people buy your product?
So if you type us in on Google, we'll pop up in a million different places, but the main places are Amazon and our website. But people could feel free to buy it from wherever they like, whatever makes them feel most comfortable. Amazon is obviously always the best. It's on Amazon Prime, so you can get it within 1 to 2 days. It's perfect for people that need to get their clothes steamed instantly. Fits with our brand, InstaSteam, steam their clothes instantly. But yeah, wherever they want.
Yep, and all of the links and just, everything like that is in the description of the video and of the podcast, so you guys can go there as well. But Ari, dude, I appreciate it so very much. Again, you are an inspirational person, and I love the story, and I hope that you just continue to kick some ass and rock it out over the next year, man.
I will. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.
I'm do my best.
And again, good luck to you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You have a good one.
Having me. Thank you for having me.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. And that was Ari Hirsch of InstaSteam. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, regardless of where you're listening or watching. But I'll be right back. Guys, have you ever wondered how you can help support the channel and also look fucking cool in the process? Go to the link down below, www.dckproductions.com/shop, to get the awesomest merch on the market today. Whether you just want to get one of our plain logos in one of our many different colors, or if you want to get one of our cool graphic tees that just are funny as hell, the choice is yours. But definitely pick up your choice of any one of these shirts in any color, any size, any style that you choose at www.dckproductions.com/shop, or click the link in the bio. Thank you, guys. Also on the dckproductions.com/shop page, I have 2 or 3 new mental health related t-shirts with 25% of the profits going towards NAMI. They're really awesome. They really speak to the whole idea behind the show being a mental health related show. Please go and pick those up. Show your support for mental health awareness, and help donate to a cause. So tomorrow is election day. I'm not going to give you a political speech here. It doesn't really matter what my opinions are. But regardless of everything, your vote matters. Get out and vote. Make something good of your day. You have an opportunity here to, speak your voice. Go out and do it. Period. Bottom line, just do it. There's a lot on the line this year, and we need our country's support with each other, period. Bottom line. Guys, thank you so very much. Doing a short episode today because, it is my wife's birthday. But again, I appreciate and love everybody here. Get out and vote. Do your due diligence here. And please, again, always go to manscaped.com and use promo code SuckItPodcast and get yourself the Perfect Package 3.0. Shave your bush, shave your balls, and a portion of your proceeds there go to testicular cancer research, which is just fantastic. So definitely use your Manscaped products there. They have everything from the ball trimmer to ball deodorant. Keep your nuts smelling nice and fresh. And what's hilarious is right now Ari's still in the green room and he's just cracking up right now. And it's just hilarious. But yes, go to manscaped.com. Use promo code SuckItPodcast, all one word, for 20% off and free shipping on your entire order. So that Perfect Package 3.0, which includes the ball trimmer, ball deodorant, ball toner, and a pair of boxers, is $99.99. You can get it for $80 with that promo code. And as always, please use betterhelp.com/SIPod for 10% off your first month. It is one of the best apps out there today in BetterHelp. Everyone knows about BetterHelp, but they've helped me through thick and thin, and they're just a fantastic product as well. So guys, please utilize those and, make your day a little bit better. There you go. So I helped your mind, I helped your balls, and we helped your clothing today. So that's the idea behind the show. Guys, again, I appreciate it. 967,000 downloads for September. A new record for the show. Thank you. However, if you want to tell your friends and, if you got 33,000 people that help me get to 1 million for September, that'd be nice. But, we'll see what happens. Tomorrow, I have the artist known as Kulik on the show. Then Wednesday, I have the band September Morning, one of the biggest metal bands out there today. September Morning will be on the show. Then Thursday, the band Boy Blue will be on the show. And then Friday, the band Lonely Youth will be on the show. Lots and lots of music this week. So guys, stick around. Lots and lots of fun stuff coming. But until tomorrow, I love you guys. Thank you so very much for being here. Stay happy, stay healthy. And as always, stay fucking heavy. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.